To answer my question before, how not to be the Icarus, there's a Marcus Lemonis says if you have dead inventory, you need to get it out. Dead inventory is very crucial to get out of your inventory. Lean manufacturing, Toyota, just in time. Just in time. So have a system in place where you have just in time to get your thing. And then obviously, if you are coming from kind of a point of view that I have, where I have literally 100 plus ideas for videos in my inventory, written down, going through my brain. So it's like I feel like I have like 3 or 4 a day of video ideas, and so that's where I put them in my inventory. Some of them I don't even accept them. I just they're there. Oh, that's a great idea. I forget about them. I kind of just do it in my head, enjoy that moment, because a part of that is enjoying that. Yeah, that would probably work. But really, when I enjoy it, speak it so I can remember it and forget it. PBJ, JBP, respect the name. Um, then you get the chance to enjoy it and kind of like sift out your when you speak. This is what the whole saying is. When you speak, you remember things and you forget things, and you you it's important because it clears your mechanism of idea generation, your brain. And so how do you know when to how do you know when to strike is when you see that your inventory is building up, and then you have to have a flash sale. So when you have a huge inventory of ideas, you have to have a flash sale. So these are the video ideas. You know, maybe these are all your video ideas. These are the video ideas that are not making the margin. They're not, you know, that they're just like, you know, good ideas, and maybe it's good for you to bring someone in to say, that's a good idea, that's a good idea, that's a good idea, and then make those really quick. Kind of like this video, it would be something like this, like, hey, this is my video idea. You know, I mean, obviously you're having a system where you would pre-plan it. Just do a sprint. You know, you're sprinting out, you're batching these things that you know are not going to work. But then you have time. Then when you've made those videos and published those videos, you have made that time to bring a better video so you can be your best, because you just want to get these ideas out to the world. Because if those ideas are out to the world, then someone can take it and make it themselves and make it better. And that is the beauty of the value. You brought that value, or you found that value, and you're bringing it to more people. So that at the end of the day, you need to just clear your inventory, mass sale, and realize what, and here's the thing, realize what are bringing your most margins, so that you can focus on, and then that is where you spend most of your time. And what that looks like is what Warren Buffett says is the 5 categories that you are in, and then the 6th category through the 20th, you just don't worry about. You don't work, right? So that's the idea of the 80-20 rule, right? So you figure out your 20%, which are making 80% of the margins, which you have the most expertise, ability, and uniqueness about. You take the other, you know, I might have a video idea. I might have this is, you can always understand my idea because it's about video, but the transfer of knowledge. And the magical fire of transfer of knowledge is a video, right? The history capture magical fire of transferring knowledge is a video. VIDEO, magical, fire that transfers ideas through the airwaves of the earth, sky, sea, wind. I might have an idea of renovation, but I'm not a constructor. I have a guy that is a constructor, so what I could do is I can make it where it's available for the masses, but individually send it to him to say, hey, do you like this idea? That's a strategy. But the idea is you need to eliminate your waste, because all good systems have a product or something come in, digest, and waste. You know, you produce energy, you produce a product, but all those products have couplings of waste, and the effectiveness of taking waste and managing it whatever your system is to control that waste, is an effective system. And so, because that's how you are sick, is when you have, that's how you're sick, that's how you're bogged down, that's how you're overwhelmed, is when you have a poor waste management system. Because that's like think about it, like when people, the plumbing in the streets, whenever they were pouring it over the roof, people were getting sick. But now we have a very good waste management system that we can get rid of our body's waste that will produce sickness if we can't keep it out into the earth and give it to someone else whose main job is to figure out their system, because that's their product, and how can they use their resource. And so it's just a cycle, right? So it's just going to continue to cycle. So how can you look at the pile of chaos of ideas, because we all have them, and if you've written them down, you're one step closer, because you know what the ideas that you're that are wasteful, and then you can get a second eyes on them, and then you can start to work, because then you can see, okay, I can focus on these. I'm gonna put them in my other system, that is the schedule, that is the calendar, so that I can put a goal, I can put a time frame, because I know if this deadline is hit, it's a deadline, it's going to die. And then you publish before the deadline. You make sure that you are having an efficient process where it's not 3 days before push, because that's not your best self. Your best self is working day one, day in, day out, pushing towards the goal. Systems. System. It's just all systems. And so if you can write these out, and if you can write these out and then like a conveyor belt, like Amazon, like Henry Ford, like Toyota, the whole point is you put an object on the system and you work it through the steps. And so you have to write down these systems, you have to document these systems, and then you have to test it out. Okay, I'm going to make this video based on step 1 of this system, put it into this system, and then step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. All right, boom. And so it's really, step, or is it step, delegate? Okay, check. So it just depends on the system, depends on the thing, and that's how you do it, is you come up with a good product, but you have a good system, and then with those steps, you can create a more efficient system, because then you have another system in place that helps you find the areas to learn. And the best way to do this, throwing out big extremes, having second opinions, second eyes, and doing it, and actually doing it. And so when you realize when to go is when you have it in the scheduler, and that is when you will know. And that is where my brain's at right now. There's a lot of things in the gears, and that's how you're productive, is when you bring value, ideas, and systems, and then you have them clearly communicated so that people can follow them. And I wanted to make a video about storytelling and how storytelling is a system, and that is, obviously you can tell, you can see, and there's many other people making it. That doesn't stop you. You know why? There's other efficiency. So it doesn't stop you, because it's funny, because the purpose, it's all purpose driven, it's all value driven, and the purpose of telling stories is having a formula, finding the formula. That's really what's going to go on the book. I guess this is me writing a book, because I'm going to take these videos and I'm going to put them into video to script, and then I'm going to edit them, and then I'm going to have that script editor be able to publish the video, because it'll be nice and concise. So I'm killing 2 birds with 18 stones. No, I'm killing the whole. I'm capturing the lot of the land. I'm fishing the nets. I've been taught to fish. Now I've been taught to think. So I'm going to put in the process, because if you give a man a fish, he eats once. If you if you give a man a fish and he eats once, if you give a man a fishing rod, if you teach a man to fish, he can survive for days. But if you teach a man to think, then he'll create, and he'll make a boat, and he'll take the net. So I'm capturing the net with that automated system of, because the best way to, I can't write a book. I'm stuck. My fingers and typey. Elon Musk is like, our only interface is with the finger typeys, and now we can actually speak with our voice, speak finger typey into a recording system that can do the typey for us, because there's already the value in there. And so the whole point is putting together an efficient system that, and I noticed this, is I wanted to express things in my journal, and I was literally just thinking and typing. And so one process, this is a trade secret. It's not secret anymore until this is published. Is literally, if you want to, you can get a keyboard. It could be dead as doorknobs, and you are typing, and you have this recording. You're recording yourself typing, but you are having the ability to take this and transcribe it. And so what you are typing is your stream of conscious, but you're typing it in a way that you're not saying like, okay, so like the brown fox jumped over the river, but then Mary had a little lamb. You know, you're writing it out, you're speaking it as if you're writing it, and you're using your fingers to type, but actually you're recording yourself. So then you will know that you're actually going to think more like, you know, you're writing. And then once you do that, you can go in and edit it, scrape it, and get the nuggets out and edit it. And so there's a lot in this one. This one's probably important. Seduce things. So I can, well, this is the end of the video, so it doesn't matter. Just remember 11:35, 6, 7,